Hey there, everyone. Welcome to A Slice of Life with Kelly and Jon. And today we have a guest who we have spoken with before, and we kind of like to, we're very interested in watching his progress as a young guy, a young man growing up. Alek Lesniak.
Lesniak. Well,
Lesniak.
at
Alek.
least that's how I've said it.
Okay.
Alec,
Well,
how do you like it said? How should it be said?
Lesniak's good.
There you
Lesniak.
go.
Okay. Yeah, we wanted to catch up with you. And since we last saw you, you already look like you're more mature and you're very handsome. And
Thank
you're
you.
you're in high school now, right? You've started high school?
Yep, I'm in my freshman year.
How fun. What do
Is
you
it
think
do
about
you
that?
yeah, is it any different or how different is it for you from coming from junior high or the school you came from?
High school's different. You have more freedoms, and I feel like it'll help me more, and hopefully it prepares me for college and beyond. And I think it'll give me some challenges, and I hope it gives me challenges because in life you need to prepare for those challenges.
It's true.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I prefer high school over middle and elementary school already.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go. Well, now, talking about, because this is great. Just you're in school for a week and a half, whatever it may have been, and you're already thinking 4 years ahead, which is excellent. And of course, getting into a college is a lot more difficult than just making the transition from junior high or middle school up to high school. So at this point, and I know it's very, very early, um, let's remind everybody that when we last met Alec, he had written his second book that he wrote, illustrated, and self-published, all on his own. And that's how I ran across him because uh, we did a couple of events together, and I was so impressed and taken by this young man, even though it was like maybe I don't know, Alec, what, three years or so ago when we
I
first
think it was
met.
maybe like yeah, about 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I
2 or
was
3 years ago. It was either 2022 or 2023.
yeah, and I was so impressed with this kid, sorry, with this young guy, and that I've always followed his career. At these events that we did, he spoke better than most of the adults did when he had to get up at the podium and
oh
had
wow.
something to say. So anyway, the point is, so now, he's at this time he's put his writing to the side, and you're focusing, like we're talking about, on what he's going to be doing 4 years right now. But what do you think now? Do you see yourself focusing on when you decide you want to go to college, or you don't know yet?
Um, I'm going to do business classes. I'm not exactly sure yet, and I think probably by no, definitely by next year I'll have that all figured out and everything. So it will be something with business, and I can't wait for college.
Wow. What kind? So you have business classes in school now, in high school?
I'm actually currently taking an accounting class right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. What, so I'm guessing business is your favorite subject, your favorite interest, your strongest interest?
Yeah, business has always been one of, if not my strongest interest.
And what about business do you like?
I've been fascinated about it since I was little, and I guess I've just liked it a lot.
That's
That's I'm
interesting.
asking you out of curiosity because I gravitated towards business too, and I don't to this day I don't know why. I took business administration in college, and I don't know why, but it instinctually, because nobody ever told me you'd be good at business, or I don't know. I have no idea to this day what attracted me to business, but I still like it and still, I think one thing is I like to make people happy. And when you have a business, you are offering a product or a service that makes people happy. And you get to make money doing it too. So maybe that's it. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, it's
curious.
a win for them and a win for the business owner.
Yeah, yeah. So
So that's a good way to say it.
well, those are questions you want to start asking yourself too. So because the choices you make in the next 4 to 10 years are going to set up your life. And you want to start asking yourself those kinds of questions. What makes you happy and why are you gravitated to this or that? And so those are maybe some things you can start asking yourself. Because for me, I look back and I'm like, I just was floundering. I had no real plan. And sometimes when you don't have a plan, you just kind of go along, which, I'm glad I did, but still, sometimes it's good to have a plan too. Always go through with the plan, but at least you have one. Right?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I tend to believe once he focuses on what he wants to do, that's the direction you'll head in. The only thing that I could say, and again, we're a couple of generations apart, so I can't really say how things are, but Kelly, you probably saw this too. I did 4 years of high school with these friends, male and female. And through that, as we got into more of our junior and senior year, they were all deciding what they wanted to do. Who wanted to be an engineer, who wanted to be go into business, get a business degree, who wanted to do blah 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 blah. And then, of course, they get accepted to the various colleges they applied to, and they went. And after that first semester, everybody would return back home, from being away at college. And it turned out that during that first year at college, they got exposed to so many other avenues of, even in their own direction that they wanted to go in. An engineer just wasn't a guy who, worked with graph paper and a slide rule. There were many different degrees of that, as there were many different avenues of law. I'm not going to say I don't think any. Yeah, one of my friends did become a doctor. Okay, so we all had that. But everybody came back, and a majority of them were like, "Well, I'm changing my major because what I thought I wanted to do, and when I got there and saw what was really out there that I think I really want to do, you just couldn't change your major overnight. You had to take time to do that. So that's the only thing, and I don't know if kids are still that's still happening with people who are going to college, but that's the only thing that I would suggest to you. If I could suggest anything, it's look at the field that you want to go into, and then start looking at the subfields within that to see if there's something that might interest you more. That's that. That's all I
Yeah, and if you can specialize, sometimes you'll make more money if you pick
uh,
a specialty in your area. But I think with business, a lot of people like they know how to make a certain product. And so they know how to make it, so they open a business and sell it. But they don't understand business. If you study business, you can sell anything. So you're not limited to just one product.
yeah,
Because I think in a lot of times in small towns, they I don't know, they'll open a little knickknack shop, or they like knickknacks, or they like flowers. They're a florist, so they know how to, make floral arrangements. And then they open a shop, but they don't know how to run a business. So I think it's smart if you learn how to run a business, you
correct.
can do any business. You can
All
sell
right,
any.
now I don't know about the high school that you're going to, but do they have any kind of organizations within them that are a business club or something like that, young
Or do you
business.
belong to any clubs? Do you belong to any clubs?
Speaking of business clubs, I am doing an investors club, and we get to
Ooh.
go to Wall Street, I believe, sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, we get to go to New York and everything.
Is that in
Um,
is that in the school, in the high school?
yeah, it is in high school.
Wow. Okay.
What are you learning in the club? Like, what do you guys do? Do you meet every month,
Um,
or what kind of things do you do?
we meet like once or twice a month. I'm not exactly sure, but I am going to join it. I'm also going to do the newspaper club, community service, and this organization called Heroes and Cool Kids.
Oh, what's that?
Basically, you go to the middle school and teach them about what high school is going to be like.
Excellent.
Ah, fun,
Excellent. That's
fun.
great. Yeah, I hope you don't spread yourself too thin. That's a lot of extracurricular
Yeah.
things that you have going on there, along with what I'm sure is a full school schedule too.
Well,
Yes, I'm going to be pretty busy, but that's okay.
No, actually, I think your parents are going to be pretty busy until you get your driver's license.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to get my driver's license in 2 years. Wow,
No,
2 years.
no. If you're 14 now, you got to be 17 in New Jersey.
Well, I'll be able to drive at 16.
On a permit? You
Get
sure
your
about
permit.
that? I don't know, but you might probably when it was me, you had to wait until your 17th birthday to get a permit.
Yeah.
That, but
Might have changed.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
yeah,
at
so.
16 you can drive with a parent in the car, and at 17 you can drive on your own. I believe that's what it is.
yeah. All right. Well, I think your dad will
So
probably.
yeah, in like 3 years, I'll be the really busy one.
Yep.
I mean, I already am busy, but I'll
Yep.
be.
More busy. So what
Yep.
is your favorite subject? Like, is it accounting, or do you have any other, what other kind of classes are you taking?
Um, this semester I'm taking a geometry class.
Okay.
I'm taking gym and I'm taking AP World History.
Freshman
Oh,
year, they have geometry.
well,
If you were in algebra in eighth grade, if you were in the honors math classes in eighth grade, you had the chance to take geometry,
Wow.
and I
Well,
took that chance.
I guess you qualified. So there
yeah.
you.
You
Yeah.
must have been in the honors class.
Yeah.
Right.
hmm
Wow, that's awesome. Um, and so AP World History. Yeah.
What is AP?
Yes.
What does AP mean?
Advanced placement.
Okay.
So will that be like for a college credit?
I think it is a college credit. It's college material, I believe, and we have like a professor and everything.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I've heard it's hard, but I'm up for the challenge.
Wow. Wow. And what kind of things do you guys do in gym? I hated gym. I was bad at anything
We
with the
haven't
ball.
done
Anything you had to hit a ball, I couldn't hit it.
um they haven't really done anything yet with
Yeah,
the gym.
it's early. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You guys have only just started, so
I liked gym, so it's a nice break from well, not really a break for me because I have it first period. So
Now I'm gonna assume that you don't have any spare time left to play school sports. But if you did play sports, what are your favorites? And are you gonna play school sports?
oh, I am gonna play school sports.
hmm. What are you gonna play?
Definitely bowling, and I might try for baseball and golf.
Cool.
But I heard golf is very hard to get into.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really hard to get into.
Huh. So wonder why? Because you just have to be really good at hitting the ball, getting the ball in the hole.
Because I think there's only a varsity team,
Oh, okay.
not freshman or JV.
Okay. Well, you
I'm
can
like
practice.
tempted. Yeah, I am.
Well, because golf seems like a pretty popular sport these days. People even like to watch it on TV. So
Yeah, I'm not too fond of watching golf, but I would like to play golf.
I know it seems kind of boring, huh? To me.
Yes, watching golf is not that fun, but playing golf, I enjoy it.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
When did you get into bowling? Because
Bowling and
I enjoyed bowling when I was around your age too.
so bowling I decided I wanted to do in sixth grade because the team didn't have enough members, and the only other sport you could do in sixth grade was cross country. So I went with bowling, and I really enjoyed it. And I was not good the first year, but I practiced, and I believe I was one of the better players on the team, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Nice.
Okay. That's very good.
So what about artistically? So because the last time I talked to you, you had written two books and illustrated them yourself and published them. So are you doing any kind of art or anything like that? Any writing?
As for writing, I'm trying to focus on school and sports and those types of things. So I can't really do writing, but once I like maybe during the summer or when I have a lot of spare time, hopefully I could write. But right now, my writing's kind of on pause, hiatus, whatever you'd like to call it.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'll fulfill that. I think you said you're going to work on the school newspaper too, right?
So yes, I am writing in that aspect, but in
Yeah,
terms
I mean,
of
right. It
books,
may not be creative, it may be more journalistic, but you'll be writing and you'll be using that talent that you have.
Yeah.
yeah, I will be, and I hope my writing talent doesn't die out. I don't think it will, so that's part of the reason why I'm joining the newspaper club, and I just really enjoy writing about the things I like.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's a good skill to have too for really almost anything to be able to express yourself, to
Yeah,
writer.
it is.
I'll assume that the newspaper it has everybody from freshmen to seniors in it too.
Yes, they
So
take
I
anyone freshman.
you could learn from those who've been there for years doing it on on how they know the paper needs to be put together and the articles that go out how they need to be written. Not only will you learn from them, I tend to think they're going to learn a little from you too.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can be an influence in a good way on
Yeah,
some
I'm
people.
sure you will.
Yeah.
So, okay, now I know that you happen to have taken a trip recently to another continent. You want to tell us about that?
So I went to Brazil, which is obviously in South America. I went to Minas, which is one of the biggest states, and I went to the capital, Belo Horizonte, and I went to Ouro Preto, which is like a historic city because it's the like city where Portugal landed and started colonizing Brazil, and that's where everything started.
Mm.
And because there was a lot of gold there. And that city, it's amazing, beautiful architecture, and there's famous work from this guy named Alia Dino. I still am not good with pronouncing his name, but I'm trying. And he painted and sculptured with his feet, no hands.
Oh,
Yeah, he's really famous over there.
Wow.
And I give him a lot of credit because
oh,
it's
wow.
for some people it's hard to paint and sculpture with their hands, yet alone their feet.
Yeah.
And overall,
When did he do all this?
oh, it was a long time back,
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
like hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Wow. Okay. That's
So
amazing.
what
Yeah.
was your interest in going to Brazil? Is there
My main
family?
thing was my family was there, but also I get to experience something different outside of that
Oh
isn't in
yeah,
Jersey.
definitely. A
Yeah,
lot
see the
different.
world.
Yeah. Is it now your mom, right? That's your mom's family down there?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
Okay. So very cool that you all went down there to do
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Um,
was really nice. I had some very special moments with my family, and I had some learning experience because I went to my uncle's house, which is a farm, and I was learning about things like milking cows and
oh,
how the farms work.
Do you speak Portuguese?
I speak a bit, not much though.
Okay. Did they speak English?
Again, they spoke a bit of English.
Okay. So
So
enough for
it
you.
was a bit hard, but my mom is bilingual, so
Right.
she translated, and I had like Google Translate and other translator apps.
Okay.
nice, nice. I want to go back to the investing club because I'm curious what would attract a young person at your age to investing. Have you done any? Do you have like an E-Trade account or anything like that?
No, I might get into stocks though.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know how many years ago, but a friend taught me how to I just opened an E-Trade account. There's Webull too. I had a Webull account for a while. And there's Robinhood. And you can just take, $100, $50 and start buying stocks or just do an ETF and just or EFT, whichever one it is, and just watch it grow. It's really fun. It's really kind of exciting. So
Hopefully grow. Yes.
yeah, the next time we talk, we'll have to see how you're doing with that, see if you've
Yeah.
done investing or anything, but it's not that hard, as you would think. And it's fun if you start doing the research on the companies you want to invest in. Um, I call myself a winner. During COVID, I won a lot. And then after COVID, I lost some. So, you win some, you
So
lose.
did you invest in like Zoom or something that was popular in COVID?
No, because they were all, I felt like they had already grown to their peak. Well, not Zoom. Zoom at that time, if you had invested in Zoom earlier, like right before COVID, you probably would have done well.
Oh yeah.
But
Mm.
I can't remember the name of, but I just did research and I don't even know how I found them, but I invested in some like Macy's. I invested in Macy's because
Macy's isn't doing so hot. The
yeah,
location near me is one of the top performing in the country, but
I
the
did
rest of
well.
them are
Then I pulled out.
not
I was
doing good.
smart enough to pull out of most of the ones. I think I invested in like Harley Davidson, like just they say I read an article from Warren Buffett to invest in companies that you like and you like the product and they're long standing. So yeah, I can't remember the other ones. Oh, Boeing. I invested in Boeing, did well with that. Oh, that Smile Dental Club, I think it's called Smile Dental Club, where they have the invisible braces. So I invested during COVID.
Invisalign, is
No,
that what it's called?
Smile Dental Club, I think it's called Smile Dental
Oh, okay.
Club. But it's similar to Invisalign, and maybe that's the product that they put on your teeth. But
Mhm.
I say I won because it felt like winning a bunch of money from that, and then I pulled it out. I pulled all of it out. I was like, I'm not going to let it go back down. And then I invested a little bit more and lost all of it because I think they went bankrupt. So that can happen too. So you just have to, it really is a risk and you really have to do the research and read the articles about, where the company stands when you invest. Unless you do the ETF, I forget what EFT, ETF, this standard stocks where it's like a whole bunch of them in a bunch. And then those are pretty secure. And you don't even
Isn't
have to
that
mess with that
isn't
one.
that a mutual? Wouldn't that be a mutual
I
fund?
guess, I guess that's what it might be called, but when you do it in the stock market, I don't know what it's called, but those are the safe ones. And you just invest, but they're not fun. You're not playing with it. You don't get online every day and see is it up or is it down? You just let it sit,
Right.
let it ride, which is the smart thing to do when you're young. Like that's
I'd
like
rather play smart than play fun.
yeah, yeah. I think you'll learn all that, doing I think that's really smart of you to do the investors club though.
And
It can be
unfortunately, I know like stores, like department stores, supermarkets, all that the best, and they're like declining a lot.
yeah, yeah, they are. Now
And
they are.
I mean, there are some department stores that are exceptions to that. Like I know Primark is rising, but that's not even US, so you can't even I can't even invest stocks into it. But most of them are either private or they're going down the tube, so it's unfortunate. But I have looked into other companies, and hopefully I'll get
Yeah.
stocks soon.
See, yeah, the AI companies that are, up and coming, I think those will probably do well. And then if you start researching into Bitcoin and all that stuff, which I kind of think is a scam, from what I've seen. But hey, you can still make money at it. So anyway, but yeah, it'll be fun for you, I think, to start doing some research and research the companies and yeah, see how they do and what the future is going to look like, what our future will look like with AI coming in. I'm back and forth. Some days I'm like, AI is going to be awesome and it's going to make our lives so much easier. And then other times I think, oh, it's just going to be another tool that we're going to have, another technological tool. What do you think, Alec, as a younger person here?
I think AI can definitely be for good, but I'm worried people I'm worried that like AI might take advantage and go rogue. I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. It could though. I'm mixed about AI. It's definitely helpful though.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you use
I
anything?
I just hope the world doesn't like need AI. But I'm not saying to not use AI either.
Right. Well, they're saying it's going to make us intellectually very lazy. It's really going to deteriorate our
I
mental
think we're
capacity.
already, or those who use it, we already are intellectually lazy.
And
Well,
you know what the sad thing is that from what I can tell, like ChatGPT and all that, they use sources which is written by people. So AI is going to need those people anyway.
yeah, I think artificial intelligence is misleading at this point for what it can do because, yeah, like you said, it's already art that's been creative, text that's already been creative, and it's just pulling content from the internet and giving
Hmm.
it
Yeah, which is
to you.
made by a person. So
Yeah.
AI, as of now, it relies on a person. So if we get used to the AI, it won't have, and we don't write anything, we don't do anything, it will just fail completely. So
Because it'll
I'm
be
not saying,
regurgitating what's already been done, and there won't be any new creativity, new ideas, unless
yeah,
it
so,
starts getting its own intelligence
Hmm.
and it can
which could
actually
be
write.
concerning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not saying don't use AI. I'm just hoping that we slow down a bit.
Yeah. And yeah, do it carefully. Be cautious the way we move forward with it. I agree with that. I agree. Yeah. So, and do you get in trouble if you use it for school? Are you allowed to use it for school?
You would get in trouble. It, yeah, you would.
How would the teacher know?
I think they might have like a detection or something. Some of them know, some of them don't. I don't use AI. Maybe to help check something. Like my math teacher last year said, if you do the work first and then ask the AI if you're doing anything wrong, that's fine. But don't just
That's a good
completely take a picture and send it to the AI of the
Right.
problems.
That's good. Yeah, you're just looking for like it's does some research for you. I feel like
Yeah,
it's doing the research a little bit
yeah,
for you. Or like using a thesaurus. If
Exactly.
you need a word and you're stuck, hey, what's a good word for this? Or how can I say this? So
yeah. But I'm not gonna write a whole essay solely off of Chat GPT.
Right. Correct.
yeah, because that's when we get lazy and it's not anything to be proud of.
Well,
That you lose the sense of pride in having done something.
Kelly, it's just like when we were in school, we'd go to the library and get an encyclopedia or some kind of research book. The easy part would just be write exactly what was in the book because we had no
Right,
such thing as
right.
copy and paste. Uh, so you would write it in a notebook.
That would be plagiarism. You would be
Yeah, and the teacher would just know that that's not you, so
not your voice.
you'd at least we would learn the subject because we had to read it. Then we had to take it and put it into words we would use, and the end result had to be correct.
Yeah,
But so that way, I believe it helped us learn to
right.
be taking
And then
it
you have to understand what you're writing instead of just
right,
copying
and
something
that's
and
just
have a
it. A,
comprehension.
a lot today, they're not learning. They're getting the subject. What happened to in the Trojan War, as an example. You know,
Yeah.
and so then it gives you 3 pages of the Trojan War. You highlight it, you copy it, you paste it onto a Word document, and homework's done. That is wrong. You didn't learn anything. You didn't read anything. So,
Well, I think what would be
Yeah,
helpful in that area
I'm
is,
not.
go ahead. What do you think?
I AI is very helpful, but I'm not going to stop doing work for AI to do the work.
right.
Yeah. Well,
Albeit on an essay, maybe for something very little, I might use the AI, but I'm not going to ask, write me an essay on World War One. I wouldn't do that.
right. Well, what you're missing out on by doing that is the knowledge. Knowledge is so powerful and it really builds our self-esteem. And besides, preparing our way in life and being able to make money and all that, it's just it becomes part of who you are and your character and your esteem and feeling confident. And the more knowledge you have, the more you know, the more confident and strong you'll be in the world. So I
Absolutely.
think we don't want to rob our youth of understanding that because when I was your age and in high school and preparing for the future, I'm sure most people feel this way. I had my favorite subjects and history was not one of them. I read from the book, I memorized what I needed to know to pass the test, and that was it. I had no interest. And then now that I've gotten older, I am very interested because I do like to understand what happened and how and why and all that.
Mhm.
So I think, that knowledge is empowering and understanding how the world works and how people work. And a lot of times when we're taking certain subjects, we think that's not going to be useful because we're not interested, but it really all is. It's all biology. I didn't like that either. But you look back and you're like, hey, your health, understanding how the body works and your health, food, picking good food choices and all that. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess it's just knowledge is power. So I encourage
It is.
learn it and understand it and comprehend it and be able to use critical thinking and apply it in your life as much as you can. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Good, good. Well, you're an
Well,
exceptional young guy, Alec. And
absolutely. And
we're
and the last time, I just if not that I want to wrap this up, but uh, I want to get this in the last time because I watched your interview to see what we discussed and all that. Um, we asked what advice would you give to, and at the time, kids, sorry, young people who were going to write or were thinking about writing a book like you did. Now that you're a little older, you have a different focus on life. And this is, I think Kelly and I will agree with this. You're an exceptional young man. Certainly a lot. I find,
Wiser.
I just find you wise, educated, focused. Um, anyway, what advice would you want to give to kids? Young people
Um,
your age who maybe aren't as focused and don't know what they want to do.
just look at what you're interested in and see what you can do from there. And as for writing, be yourself, be creative, write what you want to write about, and just enjoy it.
That's right.
and be yourself when it comes to writing.
Oh, no, okay, even not in the writing field, just people of your age who you know what you want to have a focus on, where you want to be 4 years from now, 5 years from now. Um, Maybe some people your age, they don't know that yet. What would you tell them now that might help them along the line?
How should they prepare for the future?
Yeah.
Um, Work hard, be up for challenges, while also having fun in life, and don't just go the easy way all the time.
Yep. Yep. Very good advice. Very sage advice from a young guy. Because that's true. A lot of times people think the easy way is the smart way, but you're missing the experience and the knowledge. And you're not going to walk away with anything if you cheated or took the easy way or used AI or whatever. You miss the experience of it, of learning. So good, good. Well, I'm so glad that we got to catch up with you, and we want to do it again. So maybe in a year or two we can hear more, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more to tell. So if you're up for it, we'll make a plan and
Yeah,
we can talk to
that's a
you.
good point. I'd like to do that in another
Maybe at
year
the end
or
of
two.
this year, maybe at
Yeah,
the end
just
of
to see after your freshman year of school, are your goals still the same now that you've
yeah.
been exposed to more?
What was it like?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like
Yeah.
that.
Good.
All right.
Well,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Alec. Yeah.
You're
Do you have
welcome.
anything else
Thank
you
you
want to
for
say?
having me here. And just be yourself in life, work hard, and enjoy life while you can.
There you go. There's
Well,
the
that's
advice.
good advice. Good.
Thank
All
you.
right. You take care, Alec. We'll see you
Take
soon.
care,
All right.
Alec.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
All views expressed in this video belong to Kelly Nicholson, John D'Amore, and guests. These discussions do not represent the opinions of any entity whatsoever with which they have been affiliated now or will be in the future. The opinions expressed are solely theirs, and since they are critically thinking human beings, these views are subject to change, subject to revision, and subject to rethinking at any time. These conversations are not meant to be taken as advice and are only for the purpose of entertainment. All statements may be based on hearsay and not necessarily valid proof of any claims in this video. It is not our intention to teach or advise on any topic. Unless otherwise noted, all photos are public domain.
Thanks for watching A Slice of Life with Kelly and John.